Hello, hello. All right, so happy first day of spring. Let's get into this storytelling, shall we? So, this is going to be a bonus general message. Normally, I start these out with some real anecdote, something that is going on with my pup, but I will just say he has been a very active puppy. He has been loving, loving, loving all of his time outside. And we have Go the Distance for our first card number 47. I have to say, this little sprinting cheetah, my dog looks a lot like that when he runs, because man, does he go for it, except his little ears pulled back. He looks a little bit more like a piggy, honestly, when he runs, except for when he stretches out. Then he looks like that, and then it's pig shape again. Um, Blue heelers are pretty stocky, so. Uh, but I gotta say, Go the Distance. This feels like just this joyful expression of going after what a character wants, whatever it is that they're hungry for, going full bore. It's like when they wave that flag, that checkered flag that says go time, why not go all the way? Whatever this is, go big or go home. This might be a season to just be bold, is what I would say this is all about. Be as bold. Um, if you're going to make eye contact and give a little, extra facial expression. Or I'm not saying that facial expression, that's a weird one, but the facial expression that transmits what the eye contact is for. Go all in. The fact that we've got the magician is a great time to manifest, but do we manifest by being wishy-washy? Probably not very well. Do we get the job of our dreams by coming in and being like, well, you probably won't hire me, you probably have other candidates that are better than me? No. When we want it, we go, oh no, I'm a perfect fit for this because I actually really want to be here. I'm a fit for this because I'm interested, because this is the area that I intend to grow in. So whether you hire me or a competitor hires me, I'm working in this industry. It's like that's when we show that we're really into it. We're really down for it. Not down for whatever, but we're down for really making something happen. I like the energy. That is Virgo and that is Gemini energy so far showing up. Okay, we've got Libra energy coming in. Hi guys, good to see everybody. Thanks for popping in tonight, you guys. The fact that we have the Justice card, which is the energy of something karmic, something unfair, or we have literally a Libra. This could be a story about a Libra, or like I say, a Virgo or a Gemini that is like they're going all in. Now, it may be because they're like, I'm going to either, fail hard or I'm going to win hard. But the only way to fix something is to go all in. I don't know if somebody senses that something has been wrong that needs to be made right. That's usually the way I look at the Justice card. We do have soulmate energy, the Six of Cups. We have Five of Cups. We have the Nine of Pentacles. I'm going to say this way. This is nostalgia. This is missing somebody. Somebody might have given someone a rose once upon a time. There was playful, sweet energy. There were written letters, whether it was via electronic or actually written. I don't know, but there were messages exchanged. There's something here about a Valentine's Day, whether that was ever given or not. Something here about a piece of jewelry. We have thoughts, we have emotions, we have memories, and we have, along with those memories, like in the same box, we have all kinds of sorrow, all kinds of loneliness, and we have triumph, and we have, look, birds are migratory, and we have somebody returning to a place that they consider to be home. The Nine of Pentacles says somebody has this triumphant vibe. Now, the Justice card is here because it says something's not right. We started out with go the distance, go hard. Go after what you want, be all in, don't hold anything back. And my impression is somebody has to go that hard and has to go all in, because if there is this scenario that needs to be fixed, why do you have to return to a soulmate at all? Well, because there was something that put those raindrops on the windows, right? There was some kind of hurt, some kind of pain that was caused at some point. And we have this triumphant return, but this is somebody who wants to come home now after all of these things have occurred. Tell me about the Justice. Eight of Wands in the reverse. The road not taken. There's the, I should say, the injustice. Why was the road not taken at one point in time? Ace of Cups, Three of Cups. I mean, right now it looks like somebody needed to get their energy balanced. This is about finding peace and self-love before committing to offering cups to anybody else. I don't know really why that would have been unfair, because it sounds like it's the only way to make something fair is to make sure that, you know, an individual who wants to give something has to first feel like their cup is full before they have something to offer. Tell me about the Eight of Wands in the reverse. Okay, so we have Action of Pentacles. We have Action of Swords. So these are both knights. Knight of Pentacles, Knight of Swords, Six of Swords. Contradicting knights. I go slow. No, I go fast. No, I just go away. There's something here about, I'm going to say the real reason there was the Justice card is because what was so inappropriate or what was so unfair was that somebody gave conflicting stories. Let's slowly build something. No, let's rapidly build something. No, never mind, I need to go. So, and then suddenly the silence, the road not taken. It's the back and forth indecisive energy that made something unfair. It was the back and forth indecisive energy because somebody had to get their own energy straightened out first, but still not fair maybe to the other person, especially if Eight of Wands goes in the reverse and the Six of Swords is here. There's some, like, it's over, it's done, I'm going. I'm going away. I'm not going towards someone, I'm going away. Here's the thing. If somebody had to go away to go do what they needed to do, the only question is, this is still under the header of that Justice card. The thing that they need to fix, the thing that was not right, is that they actually, in their going away, they're saying, yes, but I want to return. I want to come home now because this is still my home. I know I went away once upon a time, and that could have left somebody really lonely. So they're coming in and they're going big, right? They're coming in to give it everything they got, to go the distance. What does that mean? Let's change decks. What is this all-in kind of energy for someone who seems to be making the decision, I'm going all in, I'm doing this? By the way, I don't usually pay close attention, but for some reason, just the fact that this is, you know, the first card one out of the major arcana, because the Fool is 0, maybe I want to say like April 1st, which is April Fool's Day. But I don't think this is any joke. So I said, what is the go the distance? What is the going all in? What is this major manifestation? And we have a card that can represent marriage. This could be a character who is saying, I'm walking in and getting down on one knee. I'm racing forward and I'm bringing a ring with me. That's as intense as this looks. Six of Swords, 10 of Wands. This time they're leaving behind all obstacles and all fears. I'm coming in and I'm going all in. I'm not going to leave anything out. I'm not going to get nervous or tongue-tied. I don't care how foolish I look. Maybe that's why I'm thinking about this, like April 1st, April Fool's Day. Like, I may look like a fool. I may seem like a joke, but I'm doing it anyway, because now is the time to go ahead and move away from fears and unburden and just go for it. Okay, so it kind of feels like somebody who messed things up once upon a time. Not messed things up, that's not true. They withdrew from a soulmate a long time ago. Well, I shouldn't even say long time ago. They withdrew at one point in time. They stopped moving toward a soulmate. I'm going to say they gave conflicting information. And it started out like it was going to be slow and steady. Then they got impulsive, like it was like, oh my God, this is amazing. And then they totally did the 180 and they just split. I don't know how you come back from that, honestly, but we can see that this person is now coming back in like with like roses, teddy bear, flowers, rings, plane tickets. I mean, like, I'm just saying, like, the whole package. That's this person's um, return plan is I'm bringing it all now. Okay. Tell me a little bit more about this. Oh boy. The High Priestess, the moon. Okay. Are they moving toward a High Priestess? Because the High Priestess feels it coming, but with the moon, and this is the goddess Hecate, okay? The goddess Hecate is the guardian of the crossroads. She's also the guardian of, like, I'll say the threshold to the underworld. She's associated with dogs. It's said that when dogs end their mortal life, they go and live with her. So she always has her dogs with her. She is not scary per se, but she does deal heavily with mystery and things that are hidden, which is funny because, obviously we have the moon here, so that is what's hidden, the subconscious. But now on the High Priestess, we have Pythia, who is the Oracle of Delphi. And it was said that the Oracle would have the god Apollo would come and whisper in her ear the information, and then she in turn would transmit that to, whomever was asking questions of their future and, looking for prophecy. Now, we put these two things together, and what I get is we got somebody who's got a pretty good intuitive antenna, and they stand here and they go, I hear footsteps coming my way. Sounds an awful lot like them, but I don't know that it's them because honestly, I'm not sure how I feel about that anyway. This is not just about what I don't know, it's about what I'm not sure I want to let in. Remember, she's the guardian of the threshold, the crossroads. She usually has 3 heads, so she can look to the right, to the left, and straight ahead to make sure she decides what comes into her life and what doesn't. Deeply intuitive. We have Pisces, we have Cancer, and sometimes a Virgo splashed in here also. Whomever this character is, they already know. They already know, even though they don't know the date or the time, and they don't know for sure that this person is coming in. But there's a disturbance in the force, as I like to say, with this kind of lineup. And yet, she's not even shaken. She feels really balanced with the Temperance card, Sag energy. 6 of Cups is here. There's that soulmate card. Princess of Pentacles, King of Cups. She has no reason to believe that they are coming in, but she believes it. In this storyline, and please remember, these are fictional stories, right? I'm not a psychic. I wish I had that gift. I don't. I have the gift of being a storyteller. But we have a story right now where a very intuitive, possibly feminine, feels like she's getting the word from the cosmos. I always look at this as like the creator himself, blending 2 fluids together to create a new universe here in this vase. A peaceful one. It's on an upturned Buddha head. It's a chance to create a new world. She senses like something from the universe saying, hey, I'm sending you a soulmate. You're going to be blending with them. Now, this could be as simple as she says, I'm not going to be single much longer. Somebody's on their way into me, and I know it's a soulmate. I feel that. I can sense it. What she may not know is who the soulmate is. She knows it's a new beginning, and she knows it's somebody who's going to be offering a cup of love. I have no reason to believe that she thinks it's going to be that person from the past. I just think she senses something in my life is about to change. Let me ask about who is the King of Cups, because sometimes we get surprises. Sometimes she could be having a soulmate come in, and she could also be having this other soulmate come in. We actually have the soulmate card out twice. So there's nothing to say that we don't have 2 individuals about to approach her. We have the Star, we have the Knight of Cups, and we have the Strength card. I said, tell me who the King of Cups is. Is the King of Cups that person from the past, or is the King of Cups somebody else? Let me put it this way. I don't know for sure who the King of Cups is, other than it will be her wish fulfillment. So, if in truth, somewhere in her deepest heart of hearts, she has wished it was going to be someday that person from the past, that's probably who it's going to be. On the other hand, if she's gotten over that person from the past and says, what I want is somebody who fulfills what I really need in my life, somebody who is loving, somebody who answers the call of my own heart, somebody who is strong, somebody who I can rely on to have my back and I have theirs, somebody who offers me the things that I really want, which is, like what I think she wants is you have my back and I have yours. I think that is the most important aspect to her, and that someone understands her heart and vice versa. She is a bit of a romantic. Um, she's also very brave. People that end up brave are usually brave for a reason, in my thoughts anyway. Usually because you had something that you were scared of and you had to face it, and then you had to go on facing it your whole life, or lots of different things have been really tough and you found yourself facing a lot of really hard moments, and what do? You find a way to find your brave. um, there's not much else to do other than, like, who's going to help me? Nobody. Nobody's got my back, so I have to find my own way to be brave. But at this point, it's like, God, it would be amazing to have a partner that was brave. It would be amazing to have somebody that, I actually can lean on them and they can lean on me. It'd be really nice to have that. Like, that's the kind of energy. If that's what her wish is, I would say, I don't know that I think it would be that person from her past. I don't know that I would think that a King of Cups has to be that person from her past, because we haven't seen them with evidence of bravery. Except maybe here when it says that they're going to be laying down burdens and coming in big and bringing everything they've got. Maybe it is them. They definitely are bringing. I think this is going to be like she's about to get a proposal from somebody. She senses that she has a soulmate coming in. I'm thinking right now that there's not enough for me to really feel convinced that it's that person who is coming in to give it all they've got. I'm just not 10,000% convinced. Let's see if I can get convinced. Got an Empress in the reverse. We got a Page of Pentacles upright. I don't think she's convinced at all. Let me put it this way. If there was any other partnership, someone was married, they're not married anymore. Um, there's this new offer coming in. There's an innocence to this, though, a fresh beginning that feels very innocent. Death card is in the reverse. Queen of Pentacles is in the reverse. The Hanged Man is upright. The Two of Pentacles is here. Everything I see here says, I think she has two different people showing up for her at approximately the same time. And her heart is going to be tugged, possibly. And when I say her, please know it's just because of what we've seen on the cards with the High Priestess. That's who I'm still referring to when I say her, just because it was Pythia that we saw and the goddess Hecate. But this could be same-sex couples or reverse gender roles, doesn't matter. The Death card in the reverse says, wow, something that I thought maybe I was over, maybe it still has the power to hit me. So that could be this person who's coming in, they're ready to go the distance. They're coming in like with a proposal. They're ready for that. And she may be a little stunned over that that storyline with them isn't fully over, even though she thought it was. I have her saying, but somewhere it made me maybe not a very great self. I was a karmic version, and I don't want to go back to that, but she could get riled, honestly. It could stir up kind of some big mad emotions to have somebody from the past who more or less was inconsistent and then withdrew completely. This in the reverse is not a good look, right? It's somebody who's pissed off. It's the karmic energy. Instead of being a giver, it's like, you owe me. You owe me. And and you could say that maybe it would be fair for her to have that attitude, but on the other hand, really deep down, she would not think that that's true. But this is somebody who's kind of pissed, is usually the way I look at it, or not self aware. I don't see a high priestess as being unself aware. I just think if that individual shows up from the past, especially ready to romance, ready to lay a four of wands, marriage proposal on the table, coming into home to me, I'm back. All these nostalgia. Oh, I remember all this. I know I made you cry, but there were so many good things. And basically, I want you back, baby. She might be big mad about that, partially because it could be a shock. Because it's like, my God, I thought this was over and now it's back. That alone could push somebody into the karmic of like, oh my God, it's a cycle that never ends. So she may not be thrilled or pleased to hear from them because it could be like, just getting sucked into old memories very suddenly. There could be a lot of emotions that were never expressed, and a lot of them could be bad emotions that she never got off her chest to that person. Sorry, but keeping it real, these are the cards we got, so this is a story I got to work with. And then it might make her look at things from a different perspective and say, wait a minute, I'm the person in the position to choose. More or less, this is my hand. Why be pissed that they're showing back up to tell me that they love me? They had whatever their stuff was that they had to go deal with, right? We saw them actually needing to learn to love themselves before they could come back in. Did they handle it right? Did they handle it good to disappear on her? No. And we saw that. I mean, they know that. They know all that with the justice card there. Everything was wrong. Everything was handled completely wrong. So for her reaction to be this is probably understandable, especially when it shows back up in her life. But when she thinks about it from a different perspective, she says, big deal. So it shows back up in my life. Who decides what's a part of my life? Oh, that's right, me. Do I want it? Well, I'm the one in the position to weigh it. Maybe this is part of that karmic justice. The scales have shifted. They, once upon a time, withdrew from me, but now it's up to me if I withdraw from them or if I communicate with them. Essentially, the power has been handed back to me. On one hand, the power was never taken because nobody, no matter what happens, each character gets to decide what's right for them, right? And so instead of thinking, wow, somebody, withdrew from me and that was really hurtful, it's like, wait a second, would I want to be with somebody who withdraws from me and hurts me? No. So I'm already choosing, be gone. You just showed me your true colors. I don't want that anyway. So she could have had the power back a long time ago. And I'm not saying she was powerless at any point in time in her mindset, but I'm just kind of making that side note because in truth, when people behave in a certain way, that is what we're supposed to look at and say, or at least I think that's what we're supposed to look at and say, okay, well, I don't like that. So I don't want that anyway. Thank you. No. Maybe you took it away from me. You took yourself out of my life. But frankly, I'm glad you did because I don't want somebody that does that to me. I don't want somebody that goes back and forth out of my life and is inconsistent. However, it's always more complicated, at least in my stories. So we have her thinking of things, looking at things from a different lens. Initial reaction could be pissed off. Then looking at it differently, calm, peaceful, considering things from two different perspectives, considering she's in the position of power. Now, let me ask about seemingly a completely different soulmate. Is there a different soulmate still coming in? Or is this them as the King of Cups all this while? Okay. I didn't think so. I thought that it's been two different people, and it is. She's going to have to decide possibly between a King of Cups and this King of Wands. Now, we have the King of Wands coming up twice. We also have the Ace of Pentacles sideways along with that second king, right? So who do I have a new beginning with? She has a real strong desire, from what I can see, to move toward a King of Wands. I'm going to say the King of Wands is this person from the past. She has a new amazing King of Cups, or will. Here's the thing, I don't know about the timing on this. She seems to sense that there's a new king coming in, but it's almost like before they do, this person from the past shows up, ready to propose, ready to try to correct everything that was wrong in the past. She is pissed, and then she actually thinks about it differently. My impression at this point is that this is the dilemma. Do I deal with this person from the past who is now so certain about what they want, heart on fire, 100%? I could picture this person proposing. If she says no to this person, rest assured, she senses, and I bet she's not wrong, that there's some King of Cups that is headed her way. She senses it. Somebody, another soulmate. There is somebody else out there if she chooses to say no to this person. The only thing is, what do you do when you've got two soulmates? One you have history with in this lifetime that you remember all too clear, and one that I don't know that she's ever had history with, but is someone who would be a kindred spirit. She could easily say no to this person from her past, no matter how passionate they are about her now. Or she could easily say, yes, let's start again. Obviously, if she says, yes, let's start again, that may mean she never meets that other soulmate that she's sensing is right there on her periphery. Let's turn to the universe and ask for a little bit of, I don't want to say advice, but just tell me what is there to consider about this. 10 of Cups, 9 of Sacred Circles. The universe says, from her strongest place, meaning like I am the person in control of my life, my actions, my feelings. I work with the universe for my greatest and highest good, and I listen to my intuition or my guides or however I see it. I ask myself, what does my happiness really look like? Does she really envision in her heart, in her soul, in her mind, does she envision having a 10 of Cups with that person from her past, that soulmate that withdrew from her? Or does she deep down know, I would never have the 10 of Cups with them? Not really. Not really. Maybe because I'm not going to really forgive them, or maybe because I don't really feel like somehow I could ever really fully trust, or that I really believe that they know who they are enough to be a partner to me. Whatever the hangups are, she's got to get real with herself and address those. And then to address the idea of, okay, then what if I instead say no thank you to this person simply because I don't see them as a 10 of Cups, or say wholehearted yes, I see them genuinely as my 10 of Cups. I want this. So it's a complete step forward, fully opening the arms and embracing it, or it's an absolute, I know in my soul that the answer is no. If the answer is no, now she can turn her attention and say, okay, then what that means is that there's that other soulmate that I sense. It may be them. It still may not be, but there will definitely be another lover for me, another profound bond for me up ahead. It's not to say, do I need to pick between this one or that one? That's not the right question. The right question is only speaking to her own soul. Do I imagine genuinely having a 10 of Cups with whichever person shows up first in her life? Right now, I feel like it's a person from the past. Are they my 10 of Cups? What does a 10 of Cups look like? And what is my gut telling me? What is my heart telling me? What is my mind telling me? That's a hard question, only because there's really no room for being uncertain here. It almost says, though, that she'll know, that it won't have to be a hard question, that she will know. But she has to speak from confidence when she asks herself those questions, and not from any place of fear. But what if they don't really love me? What if that? What if this? This says, forget about the what ifs about them. Simply, what would genuinely be her 10 of Cups? Not like, well, I wish that person who I'm so attracted to never hurt me, and I wish I could believe them, so I'm going to give them a chance. This says she can't think of it in that context, because then she's basically still operating from a place of hurt and she's giving something a chance, and it says, no, darling, no chances. You're worthy of the best, and you know what the best is. Speak from confidence. Are they your 10 of cups? Are they the person who makes you feel safe, that you believe is all the things that she wanted before? She wanted this. At least this is what we saw. And yeah, I'm sure there's a lot more to it, but these are the three cards to describe everything she ever wants, right? Like, if only it were that easy. Is that the person that she really believes has courage that can match her own? If whatever she's gone through in her life, does she really think that that person from the past would stand beside her and face the same stuff, or would they run? Are they the person she can count on? Are they the person that she can trust will genuinely have her back 10,000%? If do they stand beside her? Do they come and say, well, if we both can't get out, then we stay together? Like, if the ship goes down, I go with you, or do you split if you see an exit for yourself? I'm talking like financial distress or something. Like, are they the person who stands beside you when it's really tough? Is this, what does her wish fulfillment really look like? What does a healed, beautiful relationship look like? And does somebody really understand her heart, and vice versa? That's a lot, but if she speaks about it to herself, like, I offer all that, why would I not receive that? So now, using that standard, the standard I hold myself to and what I would give to a partner, do I really think that partner from the past is giving me all of that? Do I really believe that? Because if there's any part of her that says no, then I think her future is with somebody other than that person from her past. But only she knows. He, she, whomever. Okay, that was a big old storyline on that one. And that came out kind of like we were digging into the how do I say yes, how do I say no for this character. Now, I don't know. I don't know if any of that is the best way for a character to look at something. It's just the cards that we got. So please remember, these are fictional stories. I do not give you life advice on how to think or do anything. May everyone always make their best choices in their own life. But for this character, I definitely think that was an interesting read. I don't know what I think she does. And I don't want to ask that final question, only because I feel like that's a lot for this character to chew on. And we saw the Hanged Man, like, she needs to evaluate it. I don't think that's a question necessarily that can instantly be answered, because first she's got to make sure she's asking herself all the right questions. That could take a little bit of time to think about it. Have I asked myself all the really big questions so that my soul knows the correct answer of what to do? So I don't know, this was, I would say, a story about decision making. That's what I would really say about this. You guys, thank you so much for hanging out with me. I am honored you guys popped by. We're going to do some of the other zodiacs tonight. And I will see you guys again later. Lots of love. Melissa, did you have a problem with the... Uh-oh. So hold on, guys. I'm reading in the comments that the video popped you to the beginning and you didn't touch anything. And then I see RT says it's been doing it many times for you as well. I don't know why that would be happening, guys. I hope that everyone's not experiencing that. That would definitely not be an internet issue on my part, because there aren't any interruptions and it wouldn't bounce you back. So I'm guessing maybe that's like an update, either specifically for like only some people's connection to YouTube, or maybe YouTube as a whole. I don't know. I'm not sure if there are updates going on, but I do know when they're updating things, oftentimes there will be little glitches, and then usually after those things get smoothed out, everything gets better, and we find out there's some new tools and things that they've added in. So it could be something like that being processed right now. So hang tight, and probably there will be some magical new wonderful thing that pops up a little bit for us. Thank you guys. Oh, Sage and Stars, thanks for adding that in. So that happened to you also on another video that you watched earlier today. Okay, so it's probably some updates going on and YouTube in general. So at least now we all know together, and it'll probably get worked out, and there will probably be something that goes smoother in just a little while. Sometimes it takes a few days. I've noticed that from time to time as they're creating things, adding more to the platform, making more opportunities and stuff. So I'm sure it'll get worked out. But thank you everybody for just rolling with it as we continue to grow. All right, take care, guys. Bye.